The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The following content contains adult language and humor that is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The views and opinions expressed during the following video content are those of the individual and may not reflect those of others.
Pacific414 for Pop Talk is here. Join the conversation. We've got Baron and Norman, Text, Cashmoney007 and even Mike too. Pop culture, entertainment, news and reviews. Discussions will have opinions made from the panel to the chat. Everyone is welcome here. Reactions, watch parties and special guests. We like to have a good time. Pacific414 for Pop Talk is underway. Pull up a seat, we're inviting stay. Articles, collectibles, reviews, you say. Baron, Cash, and Mike bring the fun tonight. Now sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Don't forget to like or comment below. We almost forgot to share out the show. Pacific414 for Pop Talk is one of a kind. It's true. True. It's true. And enjoy the show.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome one and all to this Wednesday edition of Pacific414 Pop Talk here on this February 18th, 2026, live on YouTube and Rumble along with Cashmoney007. I am your host, Mike, and no, this isn't our originally scheduled stream for tonight. Do you believe in, the different mysteries, different legends and unsolved, disappearances throughout the world? No, this isn't that stream. And the reason being is because Baron's wife, who had hurt her knee earlier in the year, has an opportunity to get some treatment that will greatly help her knee and help relieve a lot of pain. And at a position opened up as far as an appointment is concerned for today. It was originally going to be sometime in the future, but the medical staff at their local hospital called and said that we can take her in today and give her the treatment that she needs. So I called Baron and I said, okay, brother, here's what we'll do. Because I know Baron wanted to be a part of that particular topic, because that's the topic that he brought up to me, asking, could we do a show where we talk about the unexplainable, the unsolved mysteries, stuff like that? I said, sure. So I called him up as soon as I saw that message, and I said, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to take the show that was scheduled for today, and we're going to move it to Sunday. And in place of today's show, because I wouldn't have enough time to look up articles and try to get a decent thumbnail made within the amount of time I would need to actually make the thumbnail, I said, listen, I went ahead and bought Days of Thunder on Amazon because they had it for a good price for the digital copy. So instead of watching Days of Thunder on Sunday, I'm just going to move it to tonight. And that's exactly what we're doing. So yes, an impromptu watch party, but for good reason. And, Sunday's show gives us a little bit more time to think about what do we want to discuss as far as those unexplainable mysteries of the world. But Cash, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I had some tech issues that I had to fix, but I think they're fixed now. So tech issues, man. It's good times.
Oh, trust me about it. It seems like nowadays that's all you have. And I'm not talking about you specifically, but with the way technology is and the way these programs need a patch update here, patch update there, sometimes it seems like, okay, I just did a patch update a couple of days ago. Now you need another one?
Mm-hmm.
Criminy. But, you know, I guess it is what it is.
Yeah, it is. It really is, unfortunately.
And, another thing, mentioning technology or even software, I had opened up Streamlabs OBS because I wanted to make sure that my Elgato capture card was still functioning because I haven't used it in a while. So, I had fired up Streamlabs OBS before the stream, and then it says, "Oh, we've got an update," and I'm like, "Okay, all right." So to get the update, check the capture card to make sure that it doesn't need any updates. Luckily, it didn't, and it was working. So I'm thinking of adding another game to next week's stream. That's where I'm going with this.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. But before we get underway with our watch party, I do want to say good evening to Jamie Lynn Simmons. I hope you're doing well this evening. And of course, we have Helion. Good to see you, Helion. And I did. I did see the lady with the dragons, the guardian of the void. Lady Mist, good to see you. But, one of the reasons I was thinking about doing a watch party for Sunday was, with the passing of Robert Duvall at the age of 95 earlier this week. I thought, we have to show a movie with him in it. And there are so many movies that he's been in.
If we ever want to show Kicking and Screaming, I mean, that movie itself is not the best, but he still has a funny role in it.
Yeah.
Good role in it,
Yeah, he does. And that was the hard thing. Going through his filmography and thinking, do we want to show this? And then I got to thinking to myself, there are two movies with him in it that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
One is A Civil Action. That one also has John Travolta in it. And the other one was Days of Thunder. So again, I checked Amazon last night because I was going to buy it either way. And I saw that they had it on sale. Instead of $14.99, it was $4.99. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm buying it.
Why not?
Even better. Always try to get a bargain. And Helion is saying he will probably be lurking while I work on a video that's kicking my ass. How long is the video going to be, Helion? But of course, after the stream, we are also going to take a look at something that definitely piqued my interest, and it's going to be happening in May. I don't know how interested you are in it, Cash, but it definitely piqued my interest, especially when I saw who was involved. So we'll take a look at the promo that they released yesterday.
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about some of these fighters, some of this stuff.
Mm-hmm. But if you're here for the first time for a watch party, I do have the Kosmi link pinned to the top of the chat on YouTube and Rumble on all feeds, whether it be the horizontal feed, whether it be the vertical feed for your tablet or phone, or if you're over on Rumble, you're more than welcome to click on that link and we will watch and discuss Days of Thunder. So if everyone's ready, I will go ahead and grab it and share my stream as soon as I check some advanced settings to make sure that we don't have any problems tonight. And by problems, I mean by stuttering, buffering, that fun stuff. So here we go. I'm going to start it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
If I have any echo, let me know. I don't think I will, but
You shouldn't, because one of the last times I went into Kosmi, I looked at the settings and it was picking up other microphones and camera off. It should have been on to begin with, but they did an update and it was turned back on again.
if you're ever curious about Jerry Bruckheimer, look at all of what he's been involved in. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Absolutely crazy.
And his producing partner, Don Simpson, they were a tag team. I mean, you pretty much got the same team in this movie that you had in Top Gun. And of course, this movie was released on June 27th, 1990. So it's celebrating its 36th anniversary.
Crazy.
Yeah. They've been a team.
This is also the first movie, if I remember correctly, that Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman,
Yes.
they started dating actually after this movie. And hello again, Lady Mist.
And it's always great to see Lady Mist. It's always great to see everybody.
And whatever somebody tells you, unfortunately, like a lot of sports, however you feel about NASCAR, it's been tainted, and it's really a shame. But
I mean, we could say that about Major League Baseball.
yes.
And I see that we have McCracken, a film McCracken.
Ah.
Oh, looky, who's being saved and healed by Pop Talk. His frown going to be turned upside down.
Oh, dang, look at all the giants that are involved in this movie. Jeez, man.
And of course, this was released by Paramount Pictures. And please, everybody, if you notice any stuttering or buffering, let me know right away. Now, I'll be honest, I've never been interested in going to a NASCAR race. I can't even watch a NASCAR race on TV.
I used to like some of the drivers, but that was years ago.
Yeah, that looks like a typical day in my area, the way some people drive.
Yes.
Let's all be there for Cash, who been said. Let's all give him support and help he needs.
Let me jump off a cliff first.
Son, why are you going to jump off a cliff when I need your help on Friday? You need my help on Friday.
I can't do it, man. The Felicity, the vampires, they scare me, man.
And held as was. Good to see you. All right. I'm hearing an echo. Anyone else hearing an echo? Hold on. I'm going to pause it because I don't know why there's an echo.
There shouldn't be.
No, there shouldn't be an echo at all. So,
do I need to mute myself? Do we need to mute ourselves? No, I can't do that.
I'm changing some settings here.
But yeah, no, I've always found F1 more interesting, probably because it's just it's not just one turn. But
unless it's just the way this particular scene is, I don't know.
It might be. I don't know.
Hey, Tim. All right. Hold on. I don't like the echo. I'm sorry, folks. That's annoying me. All right. So I'm going to stop this.
Okay.
I'm going to grab it again. Going into settings.
Yeah, I still need to watch that Gran Turismo film. I hear it's good.
All right. Let's see if this fixes it. Why didn't you grab it? Told you to grab it. Now grab it. No, it doesn't want to grab it. All right. Let me exit out of Kosmi and then I'm coming back in.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, it was giving you trouble earlier when you tried to get in.
It did, unfortunately. I don't blame you for that.
No. I would hope not, but hey, if you want to, go ahead. Or mute all tabs,
Phil.
play through Kosmi.
Phil always blames me. I blame Phil. It's all Phil's fault.
What the actual?
Is it not even showing the link now?
No, it doesn't want to mute the tab out audio and play it directly through Kosmi for some reason. So I'm going to try something else. Give me a second.
Phil.
Phil, none of that.
Phil, you nut.
All right. Oh, gosh, Kosmi. Technical difficulties, folks. Please stand by.
Yes.
It didn't do this last Wednesday when we were watching Nuremberg.
No, it didn't actually. It kicked some pretty good ass actually. Yes, I know you can, Jet Sparks. Anybody who has a channel can host stuff. They just have to set things up.
Everybody can, not just one person. All right. Cash, hold down the fort. I'll be back. I'm going to check something on my end. Everybody please stand by. Cash, entertain the folks.
Of course. Kick pretty good ass. So always remember out there, tech problems can happen with anything. Some things are easier than others. You can have computer issues, RAM issues, all kind of issues. You can have issues with your stream. You can have problems with Rumble. You can have problems with YouTube. Sometimes it's just YouTube's fault. Right. It's always app issues. Yeah, those can happen. Yeah, especially with certain games, they can crash. Those are usually not as terrible, but they are a hassle. Yes. But hopefully, Mike will have this done soon, and we can continue watching Days of Thunder. I have not actually ever seen this whole movie, and maybe I've seen parts of it. There's things I know about it, but it's really crazy. There's, of course, tons and tons of films out there, and you're like, oh, I've watched that. No. So, yeah, the computers can have problems. And look, even when you have viruses or you have issues or you have this, as long as you can break it and fix it, that's the best thing that you can do. So, If you're able to do that, it's fine. You can break your technology as much as you want, but you got to be able to fix it. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I understand AI is using a lot of RAM, but things will change. Things will change again, so they always do. RAM will go down in price again. It just may take some time, but it will. But hopefully Mike will be back soon, and we'll get the show on the road again. It's just, once again, there's always problems with this stuff. There can be echoes. We've had people even on the panel. There's echoes. There's other stuff, and you gotta always check your settings. Yeah. But Kosmi has been working better. Before, I was having a lot of buffering issues. I don't know if other people were, but it would like pause, and then it starts again, pause, starts again, pause, starts again. That was obviously a Kosmi issues. And the sad thing is that even when you're paying for this stuff, it can still be a problem. Well, I'm glad for you, Elion. So we'll one thing I've also noticed, like with gaming, it can be an issue too. And I want to also put that out there, since hopefully, well, but anyways, hopefully Mike will be back soon. But OBS, you guys should know this out there. If you want to use Rumble Studio, you want to use some of the OBS is not like Rumble Studio. So you're going to have to use the custom settings to fix it, because for whatever reason, even though we know YouTube can have its own problems, just like any of these platforms, they don't get along. And it's more OBS Studio than Rumble, because they think a certain way about Rumble, and I'm sure you can guess what it is. Yeah. So, but anyways, we'll hopefully Mike will be back soon, like I said, and we'll be getting this together. But anyways, since I guess it's just going to be me for a little while, how's everybody doing today? Anything exciting going on? Yes, you have issues in your PCs using Windows ME. Well, ME was had its problems for sure, Phil. Okay. Yeah, I mean, why not? And anybody out there that wants to do any kind of streams and stuff, you have a lot of good choices. So you just have to figure out what you want to do. But I do recommend doing gaming streams, because that can be easier. Just talk about something, play a game you really are passionate about or you like. Even play something that you're not really sure of. And, you could even do a stream where you just want to see how long you can go before you drive yourself crazy with a certain game. Well, like I said, I just had some tech issues today. Nothing, unfortunately, that exciting. Just reading a few articles here and there. There was one today about, what was I reading about? Because I'm always reading articles. I like to keep up to date on a lot of things. But what was I reading about today? I'm trying to remember. Well, there's the one about Steam. And there was also one about the UK. Felt there was some kind of sexual violence in a Call of Duty ad, and it was pulled down, and it had some celebrities in it. And yeah, I don't know. This stuff is always crazy to me. Is it really what I haven't actually seen the ad. I just saw the picture. But yeah, I don't know. I just know Call of Duty's been a problem for the last couple of years because of the direction that they've actually gone. It's the same with a lot of these franchises that have been around a long time. They used to really go, I feel, in a great direction, but not so much now. Oh, did you? Oh, did you? Oh, the earthquake, right? Yeah, in Riverside, Lady Mist. Yeah, earthquakes are not. I'm not really a fan of earthquakes, but they can happen. We've had a lot of rain here recently, which has been interesting. We're supposed to have some more rain tomorrow. So I would say we filled the quota here in California for having enough rain so we don't have to be in a drought, which is good. I would like them to put that water somewhere, though. But yeah, it was like a 3.6 Lady Mist, right? Something like that. Hey, Pata. Yeah, yeah, as was. That's. Oh, okay, I think Mike is just testing it. So, okay. Okay, looks like the movie is working. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And Mike is back. So awesome. Yeah, if you want to watch the movie over on the Kosmi side, click the link.
On the link that's pinned to the top of the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I can't show it on YouTube itself because the moment I do that,
Right.
then I get a copyright claim or
Yeah.
even a strike, depending on how much of it I show. I'm allowed to show 30 seconds of video, but that's about it. And even then, you have to be clever on how you do it. Of course, you have Randy Quaid there.
Mm-hmm.
Patreon would probably be the only way I'd be able to actually show the full thing and not have to worry about anything. But YouTube's a completely different animal. Even Rumble has some restrictions. But I just thought instead of waiting for me to pop back into the StreamYard, I would just go ahead and start playing the movie again. And you want to know something? I've had people tell me that.
You're not really anything if you're from California.
Yeah. Not a Yankee.
Not
Not really
even
anything.
Not even a surfer dude, bro.
No, bruh.
Right?
Yeah. Now, what movies I can actually show on YouTube and not have to worry about any copyright claims or copyright strikes is anything that's in public domain. I mean, one of the movies I think I am going to show at some point this year is All Quiet on the Western Front, since that's in public domain now. And did you know that Robert Duvall was born in San Diego?
It's awesome. I didn't know that, actually.
I didn't know that either until I looked it up.
Unfortunately, Ridley Scott's brother, Tony Scott, had some demons that he couldn't beat. And, he unfortunately committed suicide.
I mean, that's just how they view it here.
If you're any kind of fan of Tony Scott's work, I do recommend obviously watching the original Top Gun. I also recommend watching Man on Fire.
Mm-hmm. And of course, they did make an NES game based on Days of Thunder. It was an okay game.
I don't think I've played that, but I'm not surprised.
But I know one of the raceways they actually used was the Charlotte Motor Speedway and, of course, Daytona. Let me find out what other raceways they might have used.
Nice advertisement for 76.
Yeah, Unical 76.
Yep.
Cash and I know that as a gas station. Yeah, the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Let's see, Daytona, and it says, let's see what else.
Is that Margot Martindale in this? No, I'm not sure.
Might be.
It might be.
Yeah, this article I found just mentions Charlotte Motor Speedway and Daytona. It's just the only two raceways that they filmed it at.
I can't believe how many giants are in this movie. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that is.
There's
her.
Michael Rooker.
Yep, Michael Rooker, yeah.
Pandora's complete-ish. It's better to be complete-ish than not complete at all.
Quality's doing well, Mike. So.
Well, I'm only asking that because of problems that we've had in the last few months with Kosmi.
Yes.
So anytime I find out that it's not working right, it's like, okay, what's the issue?
Yeah. Yeah. And whenever you're dealing with tech issues, I recommend always taking a deep breath, maybe a few.
Scotty, I need that audio working. I'm giving it all she's got, Captain, but the subspace communications array is taking up everything. And there's the car.
Not a bad mix of colors. Not my favorite, but pretty good. Pretty good.
I would have gone with black and yellow or black and green.
Yes.
But one thing you'll find with the soundtrack is just how good it is. Yes, you see a driving like that on the California freeways.
I saw somebody on the freeway going like, I don't know, 80 or something. I'm like, oh, he won't cause an accident. Not at all.
Oh, no, not at all. Not doing 80 miles per hour.
Whenever it rains here, you start hearing sirens right away, and you're like, oh, no. Who got in an accident this time?
Yep. Well, that's because when it rains, any oil that's on the freeway comes up, and the roads themselves are slick due to the rain. Basically, nobody knows how to drive in the rain.
No, they don't understand. You got to slow down.
Certainly different from F1, isn't it, Padawannabe?
Yeah.
Different tone.
Hopefully we'll get more movies like F1 again, but
It'd be
even
nice.
the budget for that was a bit steep. It's steep.
Hey, Dover, Delaware. Bill knows that place. The thing is, they could say that, this is a different racetrack, but all they had to do is use one of the two primary racetracks they filmed at, film it from a different angle to make it look like another racetrack.
And I'm going to tell you guys out there, and gals, if you want to sell your movie, like you want to do some great marketing, just follow Tom Cruise's thing. He's like, I don't care about what your politics are and this and that. I'm trying to sell you on this movie. So what he did for the second Top Gun, and he thanking the audience, that's exactly what you should do. Because remember, the fans make your projects. They fund they give the money, they do this. They can even market your stuff too. That's why it's so funny that YouTube and these other companies don't do this. It's free advertisement for their trailers, for this, for that.
And I know everybody, gives Randy Quaid that stigma as cousin Eddie, but he is a good actor.
He's actually a good actor, yes.
I mean,
he had a good role in Major League too. He had a good role in Major League too. He was actually
he did.
Funny moments, and even he was like, "Oh, you know what? I was wrong about Vaughn, the other character played by Charlie Sheen."
I don't think Major League 2's that bad compared
pretty good.
To the first.
It's a pretty good movie. Even the third one is okay, but it's only because of Bob Uecker, really.
Yeah.
More so than anything else.
Yeah, that's what I think. Okay. Bob Uecker really helped sell the announcing part in all three of those movies. It's because he is and was an actual announcer. Yeah. We did Top Gun last April after Val Kilmer passed away. And one of the reasons I, picked this movie, because I thought Robert Duvall was great in this movie.
He was a giant for sure. So.
Ooh, what you got there, Tim?
Sweet.
Oh, very nice. Was that at the same museum that you took the picture of Discovery, or was that a different?
F-14 Tomcat, beautiful looking machinery, plane. It's beautiful.
Nice. Yeah, beautiful aircraft. Always been one of my favorites because of Top Gun. Yep. He was a giant in NASCAR. Obviously loved in the Carolinas. I have Godzilla -1. I just don't know when I'm going to add it as a watch party.
Great movie.
Very nice, Tim.
I really love the human element in that film.
Mm-hmm.
But when they show Godzilla, he looks cool too. So, and I'm not the biggest Godzilla fan, but I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, it was. Best looking car is Mellow Yellow 42. All right. I don't know about a month there, Tim. I mean, I know I did a month of movies from October to December, but I don't know if I could do it again.
Yeah, I mean, watch parties are cool and stuff. Mike and I and Baron, as far as I know, we like to have a lot of varieties.
I do. I like to have variety on Pop Talk. I like to have variety on the channel. That's why, we talk about pop culture and, real news when it's important to talk about it. And I do game streams. It's what I do.
And we just want to be genuine and honest about what we feel about these games or these movies or whatever. We don't want to bullshit anybody. We're not going to
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Even when I'm playing a game, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I may be yelling, ranting, and raving as I'm playing the game, but it's not directed at anybody.
No.
The only time it will be directed at anybody is if someone's being a jackass.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I know that. I know that, Tim. And it's like I said to Baron after our October Halloween parties of some of the ones that we wanted to do this year, like Dracula with Christopher Lee.
Mm-hmm. Another giant, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Richard Petty. Everybody loved the King.
But I do think maybe it would be, I don't know, maybe sometime this year or do a stream about who's going to replace these giants and what is the credentials for them to maybe replace these giants.
Well, one, they have to have good acting ability.
That's right.
They have to be a versatile actor, whether they're in a comedy, whether they're in a serious drama, whatever it is.
Exactly.
They have to be versatile.
Yes. Well, I'm sure you do, Tim.
All right, as was. Good to see you tonight. You take care.
Have a good one, man.
John C. Reilly.
Yes. Yeah, John C. Reilly has had a great career.
He has.
He really has.
He's another actor who's versatile.
Yes.
He can do comedy. He can do music.
Drama.
He can do drama like this. Is that true? You're gonna play Mario Kart?
That's what I do when I bump it. Oh.
And here's how Cass drives to the grocery store.
It paused on me. Dang it. All right, come on. Come on. Unpause. Should I reload it? I guess I'll reload it. You still there, Mike?
Press Control Alt Delete.
Yeah, something happened with the movie, dude. Dang.
Yeah, so you see that picture.
No, I don't, unfortunately.
All right, I don't know what's going on because I still have a picture. And
Dang. Yeah, I see Pato doesn't. Crap.
all right, fine. Let's do this. I don't know why Kosmi's being a pain.
Come on, Kosmi.
Cosmi is being a pain. A real pain.
Dang it, Kosmi.
Yeah. Give it a few seconds. Yeah, go to the lobby, get some snacks, get some water, soda, whatever. Let's try it again.
It's Kosmi's fault. It's not on you, dude.
Oh, I know it's not on me. Okay, anybody got a picture now?
Yep, I see a picture.
Anybody else? All right. You know, the things you have to deal with streaming. Sure about that? Looks like he does have the cojones.
I am shocked.
And when they were filming this movie, the script wasn't even completed, so they were writing scenes for the script on the fly.
Wow. That's crazy.
Full Metal Jacket is going to be a part of the watch parties. That's going to be in June.
I'm looking forward to that. I've never sat down and really I've seen a scene or two, but I've never really just sat down and watched that. I hear great things about it, but
Yeah, I'd love to see your pictures from Arlington. All right. Sounds good, Tim. Don't worry about it if you can't. It's not like I'm going to say to you, Tim, where are those pictures that you promised?
he's not going to be a loan shark about it, Tim. Don't worry.
No. I'm not going to say, Timmy boy, get all those pictures you promised? Well, they ain't here. Where are they? Don't make me send my muscle. Cash money and tag. Although I got to make sure I throw that donut so tag actually gets going. Yep. Well, that's why I also, want to show The Patriot, because I like that movie.
So it's very good. There hasn't been movies like that over the years. That there hasn't been much. I mean, showing stuff like the mini series of John Adams and some of this other stuff is just, it's just so good. But
yeah, and it's like I said last Wednesday. Don't be surprised if some of the movies I announced for 1 month, I decide to change it and maybe have it earlier, or maybe just have it a little bit later. But I'm still going to show them.
And if you think about it, even of the history of this country, when we were actually able to start making movies, we don't have enough patriotic films, and I would love to see some more personally.
Mm-hmm.
I only feel there's like a handful, really, but we are getting a George Washington movie that could be really good.
They got some moonshine.
Oh,
tough lady cop.
Yep. That's harassment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Oh wow.
Oh, come on, Catch. You be like,
I would,
what?
man. I would. You can't. That's
I can hear Baron right now. Oh,
oh yes, yeah, of course. Baron would say the word boobies about 50 times. So yeah. Boobies, boobies.
He'd be hyperventilating.
He might be. Baron, just eat a donut. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, Baron.
Maybe you want this.
After lengthy femputations, I, Femputer, have decided the fate of the men. Femputer sentences them to death! By Snoo Snoo!
Yeah! What are you, gay?
Man. And yes, somebody's gonna bring those jokes back. Somebody. I don't know who.
Somebody has to.
Yep.
Poke fun of guys. I don't give a flying fuck.
Well, Tom can be nuts, definitely, Tim, but yes, there have been rumors about that. Family Guy's made fun of that. South Park's made fun of that. But as far as I know, nothing's been proven.
But he does have a daughter.
No. And other people say that doesn't mean anything.
I know. Is that a pile up on the 101 or the 405, Cash?
Probably the 405, maybe the 101, maybe both. I don't know. Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah. I've heard that about him too.
Yeah. Jace thinks he is. There's a picture out there of him kissing a man. I don't know what it means, but we've seen actors and other people. I don't know.
It's Hollywood. They always hobnob with each other. They always hug and kiss.
I've seen two straight men kiss each other on the lips, so what does that mean, you know?
Yep, the Church of Scientology.
You even go back to
surprised.
the Martin celebrity roasts and stuff. There was a man who kissed another man on the lips. It was just comedy, but it was funny. Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, down at Sunset over in California, of course, the evil L. Ron Hubbard Scientology building is right next to there, and there's always somebody out there, from what I remember, trying to recruit people. I never wanted to know stuff about Scientology, but
if you've ever heard Leah Remini describe it, it's not something I want to be a part of.
Nope. No. Yeah, and what's also interesting too, sometimes like certain people, Nicole Kidman, Tom Cruise, you think these people are going to be together forever. They just seem to be, just.
They seem to be the perfect couple.
But they're not. It is the same with Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston, some of these other people, but yeah. That's another reason I like stuff like F1 and so on. They like show things that actually possibly can happen.
Mm-hmm.
And like that accident in F1, I'm like, yeah, that's something that definitely could happen. It's just
Well,
like the
even
accident in this movie. Yeah.
Yeah, well, just like in real NASCAR, you
Mhm.
brought it up earlier, Dale Earnhardt.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I remember seeing that on TV.
Yep.
It was at some convention at the time, a lot of people and
My dad and I were at a restaurant
What-
up in Norfolk, Virginia, having lunch, and
yeah.
they had the race on, and we saw it.
What's crazy about that accident, it didn't even look that bad. It really
No.
didn't. And it's just his son was a great driver too. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the store I worked at won a contest that was sponsored by Pepsi several years ago, and we had the opportunity of meeting him. Not everybody got to meet him, but got to see him, got to talk to him for a little bit.
don't, Cole.
I thought, Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise were good and Far and Away.
I know of that movie. Have I ever watched that? I'm not sure.
You never?
Not sure.
Yes. They had him. I understand.
Yes.
Well, this is awkward. Yeah, she was. She's always been a quality actress, too. They're competitive on the track. They're competitive in the hospital. Hey, Doc.
Mm. Oh no, he said a certain word. Yeah, well,
Mm-hmm. Get up on arms, get on your Twitter spaces, and cry about it.
that's right.
Well, quite the conundrum. All right, Pata.
All right, I'm enjoying this movie, I have to say.
Happy Wednesday, brother. Yeah, consider this is your first time watching it.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, it's a Taurus.
Yep.
People can mock the Taurus all they want, but man, that car lasted a long time.
Yeah, it did.
It's a good piece of machinery, I have to say. Even during accidents. I don't know, it seemed pretty safe, but
Take it you guys had a Taurus back in the day?
yeah, for a number of years, yeah. Until it actually physically died.
My mom had a Mustang when I was growing up. My dad had a Datsun truck, and then he traded in the Mustang for a Subaru 60, station wagon, and then that car was unreliable, and they then traded in for a 1990 Mazda 66.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't even believe how the Oldsmobile lasted. That car lasted a thing, especially since it was always called the Gutless Cutlass.
My grandmother, my dad's side, had an Oldsmobile.
Yeah. I like Toyotas a lot. I don't know if I ever get it.
Toyotas are good cars. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's Toyota itself or if you get a Lexus, it's still a Toyota.
Mm-hmm.
It's just under the Lexus brand.
Yeah. Oh,
Mm-hmm. Oh, remember, Nicole Kidman was taller than Tom Cruise. Still is.
yeah. There's a story that one of my old guitar teachers told me about after the guitar lesson was over. About he knew somebody who worked at a restaurant, and Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise were there, and according to her, Nicole Kidman was a real bitch. So, like I said, I could see it, but I don't know her. So,
I mean, especially when the ego gets inflated, but
yes,
you know, it could have just been one of those encounters that just didn't work out right.
sure.
Seeing if his eyes are dilating. I'd say that was a thorough examination.
Yes.
Do not resist, Cash. Tom Cruise always gets the girl.
Yeah, don't ever though use a squirt gun and shoot water at Tom Cruise. There's a video out there. He says, "You're a jerk. You're a nice guy, but you're a jerk." It so cracks me up. I do know somebody, and this is actually true. This is not some bullshit. Who actually did give Tom Cruise a tour of a studio and said he was very nice. And he's related to the Belisario family. So.
Mm-hmm. And if you're not familiar with them, one of the shows that the Belisarios family did was Jag.
Yes. As I've told people before, when it comes to entertainment and storytelling, you don't want to be afraid of saying certain things. And nowadays that people want to cancel you for this and that and the other, you can't be afraid. If you're willing to take chances, you can probably make something pretty amazing.
That's the thing. You can't be afraid. And they're too afraid to push the boundaries.
Nope. Yep. Yes.
And what I mean by that is by, telling the story as it should be told. If there are two characters like you have here who are madly in love with each other, let them show it.
Yep.
Let the audience see it.
That's right. That's right, Tim.
Yep.
That's handy.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy to be arrogant about that. Don't get physicals. Don't do this. Don't check that. Yeah, don't. When you have a chance to go to the doctor, go to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say.
Yeah,
If
Michael Rooker's character suffering from concussion symptoms, and yep, blew the engine. Let's go the other way for the hell of it. Instead of making left turns, let's make right turns. Being a race safety person, when people get in car wrecks is dangerous. See the 1977 South African Grand Prix. It's probably also a thankless job too. Tim's saying that he's seen footage. Someone that got hit by a Formula One car at 200 miles per hour. Yeah. It's one of those cameras that's about 50 feet or so away, but you can see what happened. Yep. You have to be with something like that.
It's over when Cole says it's over.
Nobody puts Cole in the corner. I know. Wrong movie.
Oops.
Cole doesn't like to lose.
The Hilton.
Yep. Come on, he's got fares to get. He's going up the cabbie.
I want to run. I sometimes just I want to do.
Yeah, sometimes I want to do that.
I want to do that sometimes because, like, even when you're turning, say, a right, and the light is green, it's not always the best idea to just turn yet. And you wait a second, and people are in such a rush all the time that they start beeping at you, and you're just like, you know what? I've played Grand Theft Auto, no, but I know what's going on.
Yeah. Well, even today, I was going to the store, and I was waiting to make a left turn. Well, there's a car across from me that was also in the left turn lane, but they didn't have their signal on.
Yeah.
So I told myself, wait. And they ended up going straight.
Yes. Yeah, it's just it's funny too because even like your family, they teach you things like, why don't these people signal? Because the reality is they don't care.
Nope.
And when they're on the road or they're anyway, their life is more important than yours.
Oh, the other day, there was a accident in the area where somebody went through a red light and caused damage to 3 cars. Doing so, one of those cars flipped over.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Nobody got hurt, but The cars were definitely totaled.
So you don't have to always do what other people on the road want you to do.
No.
Because they're the ones who feel that they're entitled and they need to get here faster than you and whatever. They're because they're very important people. They're this. It's just a bunch of nonsense.
It is, because just a few weeks ago I was making another left turn into the grocery store I usually go into. But I didn't go right away when the light turned green because I noticed a car on the other side of me making a lane change, and they were going past. The truck behind me honks, and I just lifted up my hand, flipped the person behind me off as the person that made that erratic lane change and was going fast went by me. It's like, hey. And I was thinking to myself, the guy behind me is in a truck. And it's a high truck, so he should be able to see better than me in a sedan. And
then, of course, there's that fear nowadays that if you honk at someone, they might have a gun or this and that. Sure, there's crazy people out there, but you know what? What do you have in your car? No, but I'm not trying to cause violence to people. No. I'm just saying that.
Neither am I.
It's just this entitlement crap is not going to help people, and there's still people who continue to get in accidents. I saw one over on the carpool lane.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to also wrap my head around this. Are motorcycles actually allowed to be in the carpool lane on that yellow line?
They shouldn't be.
I need to look into that. I'm guessing they don't, but if the police aren't going to worry about it, then what can you do? But I will always tell people, like, I know it feels like I want to drive like you're playing some racing game or whatever, but safety driving can be very helpful, right, Tim?
It's like that scene in Family Guy. Good luck, everybody else.
That's one way to get somebody to the hospital.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, with that scene where Tom Cruise backed into the cab, you can't do that with cars nowadays.
No.
They're all made out of fiberglass.
And look, accidents can always happen. Like, you can back into someone, you're not paying close enough attention or whatever. But if you drive as safe as you possibly can, you should be okay. The other thing I wish is they would put out more messages about safety with cars and so on. They do somewhat, but there could be better messages about how far you should be back from other cars, so in case you have to jam on your brakes, and all these things should always matter. And they used to put out these.
They used to tell you.
They used to on Dateline and stuff. And it's crazy.
At least have to be 2 car lengths behind, depending on where you're driving and your state. Some say 3 car lengths behind.
Yes. But man, you could be on the road at least, like, even in the city area, like a big state like California, and you're in traffic for like an hour, and you just want to bang your head on something when you, because it's so frustrating. Why are all these cars here? Why do I feel cursed? You're not, but you just feel that way. Oh man, red asphalt. Oh, that's brutal. But it makes a point. It certainly makes a point, and it scares the living hell out of you. And I think that's obviously the point. because they're showing actual real footage of things that have happened to people. So
Mm-hmm. Driver said we had to watch some of those videos,
yeah,
and the whole thing was to scare you, make you realize you are driving a deadly vehicle. You are driving a weapon if you choose to operate it that way. But you will also reap the consequences.
yes. Excuse me. And we never just talk about just the movie on these channels. We want to give people advice if we can. People forget about these things.
It's like even when I was driving to the store, I had this guy driving right on my ass, and I'm doing the speed limit,
Yes.
and there's cars in front of me. I can't go any faster.
Nope.
My sister was talking to me at the time. I said, "Hold on a second. I got someone right on my ass. I want to concentrate as I get into the left turn lane here because I had a car in front of me, and I didn't want to do anything I shouldn't do and cause an accident."
Yep. And if you can also avoid parallel parking, because people can box you in too, which is a pain in the ass, avoid it as much as possible.
I do.
Just find a good place that you can park and stuff. That's things going to make it easier on you. There's this place over at Papa John's that's right, Tim.
Mhm.
There's this place at Papa John's that like the parking lot could be so much better, and you have to be a bit careful because it's just a little bit smaller, and it's can be a bit tricky to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when there's a lot more cars parked. And then one of the craziest thing was across the street at the gas station. It looked like a scene from Fast and the Furious. You had these 30 people around these two men, whatever, young men, and they were about to do some racing. I guess it's just, I swear, it looked like a scene from Fast and the Furious. I'm like, what is going on here?
Well, you know what? They were probably saying it was all about family, Cash.
Probably so. Then they had lasagna afterwards at the house. This is one of the craziest things I've ever seen at a gas station, though. Yeah, I bet.
I hate when I see people trying to break the land speed record driving out of my work parking lot. Yeah, people treating parking lots like they're the Indianapolis 500 or any kind of racetrack.
Yes.
Take your moonshine. Get really plastered. Get real shit faced. There's a kid swimming pool place, one of those places where kids learn to swim. There, I hate to say it, someone will get it. Yeah.
And even though technology has made things easier and stuff, we can't always rely on it.
No, you can't. It's like I was with a friend one time. I was driving her car. She's got a backup camera. And
Yes.
she's like, why aren't you using the backup camera to back up and everything? I said, because my car doesn't have one, and I'm used to not having a camera and actually having to look for myself.
Yeah.
She's like, but it's easier. I said, it may be easier, but I'm going with what I got.
And if you ever want to write stories or start writing stories, that's right, exactly, Tim. You can see that this movie understands to let scenes breathe, which we continue to see nowadays where they do not let scenes breathe.
Well, again, I will go back to when we watched Superman 2025.
I didn't want to bring it up. I just let Mike do it.
That movie's biggest problem, other than not having a very good story, was the fact that it wouldn't let scenes breathe.
Yep.
If only that were true. You could still make a movie like this.
Of course, man. Of course they could.
Oh, Tim found a picture of Baron when he was younger.
I had to do a lot of piercings. It's interesting. If you want to make Baron cry, you just take his donuts away. Because they can, Tim. That's always the attitude. Because they can. Think about all the people nowadays who need attention. Think of all the people on TikTok who need attention 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
People who are on YouTube, Rumble, whatever the platform.
No.
And yeah, someone could say to me, well, aren't you doing it for attention? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. My dad had a hat like that.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Could be what happened when he was on his victory lap.
Yes.
And again, folks, I do apologize about the hiccups earlier.
Fortunately, these things happen. Just got to recover. And since Mike brings that up, if you're in a class, maybe you have to do directing or something else and something just happens and you just can't recover for some reason because somebody on the team messes you up, you just got to relax and try to
breathe,
get back to it.
One of my jobs that I had, that's what a girl that I worked with always told me. She could tell I was frustrated about something. She said, just breathe.
Yes. It helps a lot.
I was the Hulk and she was my Black Widow. Cole ain't talking. He's having a flashback.
Oh no, a certain flag. I'm sorry. I just
Oh,
had to say
no.
I'm not sorry.
What? I was going to say it when the movie started, and I did it. You still see them in my area.
Good.
I know one of the people that I know real well told me that he has his flag because it's not just part of history, but it's part of his heritage. His
Yes.
family fought for the Confederacy.
Right.
He now lives in West Virginia. But he still comes down to the area every now and then for the holidays because he still has family here.
It's cool. Cool.
Well, he's coming in all right. Pedal to the metal. Floor it. Always the catch.
Yes.
Payback's a bitch.
Or does he?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it just gave him his opportunity. She doesn't care that he's covered in oil and smoke.
Yes.
Oh, in this movie, she did. All right. So, for those of you, including you, Cash, who watched this movie for the first time, what'd you think?
That was the worst. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, it's a good movie, man. It had heart to it. It had a really good cast, quality soundtrack. Easily for me a 7 out of 10. So, good film.
Nice, nice. Now, what was it that you liked about, Cole? What was it that you liked about Harry and some of the other characters?
I mean, the banter, the background of stuff, the whole thing about Cole can be this hot shot, and Harry's just like he will cut corners too, but he wants to also keep Cole safe, and it's not a bad film, and like I said, there's good teamwork in there, and Michael Rooker's character, who it was
Rowdy Burns.
Rowdy, right? Yeah, that's right, Rowdy. But Rowdy being stubborn and stuff. Well, people are like that with the Doctor. I mean, I feel that as old as this movie is, it still has good messages today. Wow, what a surprise! So, yeah.
What a surprise! From a movie from 1990 could still have good messages.
No, I mean, just like F1 had good messages too. So, I mean, they can do this stuff, man. They can do this stuff. Even people that aren't that interested in NASCAR at all, there's like other stuff going on, including a love story. So, yeah, this is a good movie.
Excellent movie. And maybe I'm saying that because it's always been one of my favorites since I was a kid.
I got you.
I was 12 years old at the time this movie was released, and I can still remember the night that we remembered it, because we would go down to our local video store, usually on Fridays, and rent a couple of movies, and this happened to be one of them because they had more than one copy, and so we watched it one night, eating dinner, and really enjoyed it. My dad really enjoyed it. Like me, he wasn't into NASCAR, but he thought it was an entertaining movie.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if anyone else is saying anything in the chat. But Lady Miss says it was a pretty good film. And good night to you, Helion. Good to see you here with us, and glad you can join us. Don't worry about earlier. But ladies and gentlemen, there is something coming up in May. And I'm excited about it. It's going to be on Netflix, and I plan to do a live stream commentating on it. But let me go ahead and bring it up, because it's only 15 seconds at the most. Oh, 17 seconds. I stand corrected. But still 17 seconds. Yes. Coming up in May, Netflix is going to have their own MMA show, MMA event, and it's going to involve Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano. All right. So, analyzing this, Ronda Rousey's just trying to be tough and act tough. You look at Gina Carano, she's there wearing the leather and everything, but she's going to lure you in with that nice smile, and then that's when she's going to attack. And honestly, if I'm going to root for anyone, it's going to be Gina. How about you, Cash? Hold on. Cash says he'll be right back. Well, what about the rest of you? Because I do want to do a live reaction, live watch party of this. So, who would you root for? Ronda Rousey? Or Gina? This smile's better.
Yeah.
I am here. I don't know. Lady Miss versus Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey. I bet Lady Miss knows some tricks. No, it's the main event's going to be Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey. Of course, you're going to have the lower cards before the main event. And Cash and I were talking backstage. Hopefully it doesn't come out like that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson boxing match where it was just a dud.
Ugh. There's even times it looked like Paul was like, "Oh, hold back, Tyson, hold back." It's like this is
you can tell it was scripted.
So ridiculous. If that's the case, why didn't Paul just stand there if they want to take a paycheck and Tyson can hit him in the mouth as hard as he can? He can wear a mouth guard or whatever. I mean, seriously.
Come on, let me bite your ear.
Come on.
That ear looks tasty. Let me take a bite out of it.
That was so horrible when he bit Vander Holyfield.
Yeah, Vander Holyfield.
Oh God, that was awful. But yeah. Tyson is an interesting person, though, I have to say. It's just I've lost some respect for him. As I said, if I did an interview with Tyson, I'd tell him to his face. I don't know if it'd be the best idea, but sure. Be like, Tyson, come on, man. Just be honest with us about this fight. This is getting ridiculous. You've done some cool things in your life, bro. So what is this, man? You didn't
we watched the fight with a few people, Cash and I did, and
yes.
By the time it got to that fight, it's like, this was lame. The best fight was the fight against the two women, the boxing match.
Yeah, that was a really good fight. Yes.
That was the absolute best.
Mm-hmm.
But, Cash, is there anything on your mind that you want to talk about?
I don't know. I want to get drunk. No, I'm kidding. That's a joke.
Okay, you heard it here, folks. Cash wants to get plastered. He wants to get shit-faced.
I don't remember much. No, I don't know. There's not too much going on. I think there was some article or something. Let's see if I find it. I was talking about this a little bit while you were gone, but there's some crazy thing about this ad of Black Ops 7. It's banned in UK for joking about sexual violence. I'm not always sure that these people know what sexual violence is. Maybe they were joking, but the UK, they can be more of a circus than some of these countries, especially lately.
Especially under their current prime minister. It's a country I would not want to live in right now.
No. I feel like if you're going to visit, go to a bar, go to a pub, whatever, do you have to mind your business? I guess, but who knows?
Unfortunately, you do. You just got to watch your P's, dot your I's, cross your T's.
Yeah.
Watch your P's and Q's. I know I mentioned the P's, but I didn't mention the Q's.
Yeah, right. But yeah, there's a story that came out about this. There's also a story I saw about Sony is figuring out how to keep hardware prices down. They want to minimize it, and I'm like, dude, I know why you bought your PS5, but where are the first party games, man? Like
there aren't a lot.
PS4 had so many, and so the excuse is always the Koofa Doof, and so I'm like, when do you guys stop making excuses about things? How about that? Why not just bring out? I was in my Walmart games
last week, and then I was in Target today, and I saw more third-party games than first-party games.
Mm-hmm. That's the whole thing. It's like a lot of these third-party games, I'll just buy them on PC. I'm not going to buy them on console. And don't get me wrong, the PS5 itself is not a bad console. Just like the Xbox Series X is not a bad console. But the lack of games from both of Microsoft and Sony is still very disappointing. Especially
I don't even see that many games coming out from Nintendo for the Switch or the Switch 2 that are really worth picking up.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't. There's definitely more on the Switch 2, but there still needs to be more. So we'll see what else they do this year with that. But and then of course I saw something about WCCF Tech. They liked the Voyager game, Across the Unknown.
Yeah, I've seen other people say they liked it. I didn't like the demo.
I'm sure it's somewhat decent, but if we need more Trek games, we need more other stuff. I don't know.
I
Just
want
all
there
the
to be
stuff
a
is
third
lacking.
Elite Force
Yes,
game.
I would
I
love
want there to be another Bridge Commander game. Because back in 2002, they released Bridge Commander, and you basically were in command of the ship from the bridge standpoint. And I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed the story. I remember Chaos and I, because I was visiting California, I went into a Best Buy, and when I went up to where he was staying, I stayed overnight, and we played the game practically through the night. We would switch off.
Yep.
And
I'm sure.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, I'm sure it was. I mean, Spock was telling me about that Bridge Commander game, the one that where the Spock and Kirk and like it was a J.J. Abrams game, but it was like co-op, and they said that one was pretty good. I'm like, any of this stuff can be. It didn't do very well, and it had technical problems, but if you could get it to work, I mean, yeah, I bet it's pretty cool. It's just all this stuff they continue to lack. Of all these different franchises is just, or these franchises just go away, and you look around and you say, why? Why is this gone now? It should never be gone. So,
I mean, one of the reasons I still play the Ninja Gaiden games is because I still get enjoyment out of them.
Of course.
No. I don't care if it's the newer games or if it's the classics. I still get enjoyment.
Yes. Yeah, but Trek games and there obviously hasn't been a good Doctor Who, but it's just if the show was really good, then I feel like there should be a game. But since the shows and all these franchises going out of their way to actually insult fans, just a lot of stupid directions. I don't think they deserve more merchandise, personally.
No.
I don't think they deserve games. I don't think they deserve any of this. They want to do these things. I mean, even like DC, where what's going to happen? Okay, that DC Lego Batman game could be cool, but it sounds like even that one has less than some of these other Lego games. So I don't know. And then they want to charge more. Well, that doesn't seem to be the greatest direction, but
it's like, with MLB The Show, they're coming out with MLB The Show 26, but they're asking $70 for it.
I know, man. That's the current price for a lot of this stuff. Because once again, a lot of consumers said, "Oh, I'm fine with that." So things just get worse, and that's why Nintendo goes, "Okay, well, we can do this, and because of this, and because of that, and we can make this excuse." And that's why people should do work and save money. Just save money. If you really believe these games are $70, I mean, hey, it's your money, but I got to tell you, it's not. It's probably not worth $70. And I say that because of the corners that they continue to cut. So I would find a lot of these games for $60, $50. However I feel about Expedition 33, Claire Obscure, I feel $50 is actually not a bad price, personally.
No, that's not a bad price. It's like, Arc Raiders being $40. So I don't think that's a bad price for a game.
Not terrible. I think it could be a little bit less, but it's pretty good.
I mean, considering what it is, I'm surprised he didn't charge $60 or $70.
Yeah. And then I found out Fanatical had the Master Collection for even about $10 cheaper. So I was like, dang it. I mean, 41s is pretty good, but it's like, dang it.
You're trying to save money, like all of us. Yep. We're trying to look for sales. We're trying to look for bargains. It's like, we all have to watch our wallets, unfortunately.
No. Yes, definitely.
I mean, yeah, there are things I would like to have, but I'm not going to buy them because of their current price. I'm waiting for them to go down, if they even go down. But I do appreciate everybody joining us here during this watch party. It was a lot of fun. Cash, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Lady Miss, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Jet, if you're still around, what did you think of the movie? Haven't heard anything from you about your full thoughts about it. But at this time, I do want to thank everybody who was over on the Kosmi side. We had, of course, Lady Mist, Pat Wannabe, Chad Sparks, Tim, Cash, and I'm not sure who the anonymous horse was or the anonymous goat, but thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. But Cash, you have anything you want to promote?
Well, right now, just we're gonna finish Evil West. There might be some surprises before Friday, who knows? But for now, Evil West, and everything should be good over on the Rumble side. OBS better cooperate, or I'm gonna have to beat OBS up. But
well, remember what I said. Started as administrator.
I will.
It's silly we have to do it that way to get it to cooperate, but
oh, I know.
That's what we have to do. I mean, I even have to do it that way with slobs to get it to capture Marvel Rivals when I go to play Marvel Rivals on stream. I have to make sure I started as administrator before I start the stream. Otherwise, if I don't do that, then I have to do the display capture, and you see how the quality of the display capture is. It doesn't capture what I'm actually seeing.
Yeah, I don't know if Slobs has that problem, though, with full screen, when you put it on full screen and then you try to run it and it doesn't work. And so, like, I always have to
haven't noticed anything like that yet, but if I ever do, you'll probably hear it during the stream. And you're quite welcome, Lady Miss. Again, I can't say it enough because nobody has to stop by any one particular stream. They don't have to stop by any stream at it. But the fact that you all still stop by, or for those of you who are new, continue to stop by, I do appreciate it. And Cash, before we go, anything else that you want to promote?
Nope. Just the Evil West coming up on Friday. So.
Okay. So I do want to let you all know that tomorrow I will be playing more Mass Effect from the Mass Effect Legacy collection, and I might also play another game. I'm just not sure what that game will be. That's why it's not in the thumbnail. The main game's going to be Mass Effect, so I'm going to try to get further in that game. And then this Saturday, all channel members are invited to join the member stream that we're going to be having at 6 p.m. Eastern on the YouTube channel. And then next Tuesday, or I should say this coming Tuesday, I will be joining Pops on his show, Talk Hard, and I'll be joining Squeak a Mouse, Ironcaster, and Loki, as well as we all discuss the movie Major League. And as far as this Friday is concerned, for the Rumble only stream, I will be doing a Rumble only stream. I'm going to try to finish Ghost Trick on that side. It's not going to be behind any Rumble Premium paid service or anything like that. It's going to be for anyone who wants to come and watch. I'll make sure to put the link in the post section here on YouTube. And of course, I'll put it in X. I'll put it in the Discord. Again, for anybody who wishes to come by and watch, even if it's just for a little bit. But I do want to thank everybody who was here tonight. I thank those of you who are watching the movie over in Kosmi, but I want to thank Lady Mist. Appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. We also had Jed Sparks, Pat Wannabe, Helion, Tim, Phil McCracken, and let's go up here. And of course, as was. And make sure that was everybody that I can see, considering I had to leave and then come back because of the audio issues earlier. And then, of course, again, I will apologize and continue to apologize because, you know, how the audio issues were and having to stop the movie for a moment when the screen went to a black screen and nobody could see anything. So hopefully Kosmi gets that fixed real soon. But I also want to take the time to thank Jamie Lynn Simmons. Thank you very much for stopping by. Good to see you again. Really appreciate it. And until next time, everybody, remember 2 things on Pacific414. Don't ever give up on me in a game, because just when you do, you might miss something. And I'm not just a baseball guy. I'm an all-around guy. Take care, all.
Autobots, transform and roll out!